Hello, my dear students. Very good morning. How are you all? Hope you are doing well, right? Well, children, we have been discussing the lesson, the empty part, which is of Chinese folk tale, right? So, here in this story, the emperor of China was worrying a lot as he did not have any heir to rule the kingdom after his death. He did not have any children to rule his kingdom after his death. So he decided to conduct a competition among the young boys and girls of the empire, of the country. So across the country, so many children have come to the royal palace and collected their seed, and they started to grow their bean plants, right? And there was a boy named Huyang who was living in a small village. He was well known to have a green thumb. That means he was very good at gardening, right? He used to grow best fruits and vegetables in his garden. And in that village, no other boy was as good as Huyang in gardening. Okay? So, Huyang also went to the royal palace. He collected the seed. He prepared the part carefully to plant the seed. Okay. Then first time, second time, he carefully prepared the part and sowed and planted the seed, but still he did not find any shoots. He did not see. There in his part there were no shoots to appear. There were no sprouts to appear. Okay? And when it was like that, there was an excitement. There was a feeling of an excitement that spread over the village that Huyang's friend Chang, Kuang, and also Shan, all these children, all his friends' beans were started to sprout, and they even got tender leaves. But here their plants, their seeds were grown into plants also, even saplings also even. But here Huyang's did not start to sprout even. Okay, so he did. He has taken a lot of care this time. He filled the pot with richest black soil. Loam means a fertile soil. A fertile soil made of clay and sand. He filled the pot with the fertile soil, and again he tried, but the seed, it just didn't grow at all. Okay, then Huyang, he confused why his seed did not grow at all, did not start to shoot up. Then from there we have to continue. Yes, here it is. Follow the paragraph, children. While I am reading, you have to follow my pronunciation and understand also. Okay? Yes. Everybody's plant now had strong, sturdy stalks, but Huyang's part remained stubbornly empty. Huyang repotted his seed yet again, this time using a natural fertilizer, but his seed simply would not grow, poor Huyang. See, children, here in the village, everybody's seeds have started to grow, and their stalks were sturdy, chubby, stout. Their stalks were stout. But Huyang's part remained empty. Stubbornly empty means there was no sprout to shoot up at all. Okay? But still he was suffering a lot, he was feeling a lot, and this time again he used all natural fertilizer. He tried a lot to grow to get the shoot up, to get the sprout from the bean seed. Okay? Yes. Finally, the day for judgment, the plants came. Finally, the day has come. What is that day? On that day, the emperor judged whose plant is the best plant. Yes? Chang, Kuan, Shan, and hundreds of boys and girls from across the country polished their parts and dusted the leaves. So on that day, all his friends and hundreds of children who have taken the seeds from the royal palace, they all cleaned up their plants. Yes, if any dust is there on the leaves, they cleaned the dust. They polished their parts. They made it to look beautiful. Because on that day, they are all going carrying their parts to the palace. And they should get praisings from the king, from the palace. So they all cleaned their parts and leaves. Each plant appeared taller, shinier, and greener than the other. All those children's plants were appearing taller, shining, they were shining, and they were green in color. Huyang did not know what to do. How can I go? He cried. My seed just would not grow. My pot is empty. Here Huyang, he is feeling sad. He is thinking that how should he go to the palace with the empty pot? He is thinking. He cried. Yes, don't be upset. Don't be upset, Huyang. Yes, here. Don't be upset, Huyang, said his father. You did your best. His father said, don't afraid, don't disappoint, because whatever the best you have to do, you did it. Okay, he said. His father encouraged him. His father patted him. Then, yes, added his mother, Huyang, you should carry your part to the emperor. The mother said that, yes, you don't get disappointed. You have done all the best what you need to do. And you carry the empty part itself, no problem. You can carry the empty part to the emperor. His mother also encouraged him. Then, Huyang felt very embarrassed carrying his empty pot to the palace. Everybody he passed on the way carried pots with huge plants. Here embarrassed, uncomfortable. He felt very much uncomfortable when he was carrying his empty pot. There is no plant at all. There is no sprout at all in his pot. Everybody passed on the way. Cornered pots with huge plants carried. Yes, everybody they were passing with the huge plants, whereas our Huyang's is empty pot. Right. Then here, well children, here it is. There was a great air of anticipation at the palace. The children lined up in rows with their wonderful plants. They chattered and pointed at each other's plants. Huyang stood silently, while the others pointed at his empty pot and laughed at him. Oh, see children, here there was a great air of anticipation. There was a great air of anticipation. Here you see. What does it mean? It means a sense of excitement about something is going to happen. Something decision is going to be taken by the emperor. Right? There was a great excitement about something. What is that something? Today the emperor is going to take a decision that who is going to rule the China kingdom. Right? So there was a great excitement among the people. The children lined up in rows with their wonderful plants. All the children, they stood in the lines. Our Huyang, he stood very quietly. Yes, other children, those who are in the lines, they were pointing, they were showing at Huyang's empty pot and they were laughing at him. They were teasing him. Okay. The emperor arrived and walked down the rows of the plants, scowling at each other. Scowling means angrily looking. Yes, the emperor was walking down the rows of the plants. He was observing each one of the plant and he was looking at each one of the plant very angrily. Scowling means angrily. The children began to tremble. Tremble means shiver. All the children, they were shivering. Why was he so unhappy? The hall was filled with beautiful plants. The king was very angry. The children were thinking that why the emperor was unhappy. And where the hall where the children were standing in a row in the lines was filled with beautiful plants. Finally, the emperor reached Huyang. Finally, the emperor came to Huyang, who was standing at the end of the row with the empty pot, who hung his head even lower. When the emperor reached Huyang, Huyang kept his down still lower. Okay? The emperor frowned harder. Frowned means became very angry by keeping his eyebrows up. He became so angry and he said, "What?" He thundered. Thundered means shouted with angry. He thundered. The emperor thundered. "Have you dared to bring me an empty pot?" He asked. "How dare are you to bring me to carry this empty pot to my palace?" He shouted at him. Huyang beat back his tears. Huyang, he wiped his tears. "If you please, your majesty," he said, "I tried my best. I planted the royal seed in black loam, kept it moist and watered it every day." Huyang is telling, "Your majesty, I tried what all the things are necessary to grow a seed, to sprout a seed. All those things I did. I planted this royal seed in a fertile black soil, and I kept the soil wet." Moist means wet. I kept the soil wet. Every day I watered it, but I didn't get any sprout in my pot, he said. Okay? Yes, children. By now, by this we'll close the session. And what will happen? What will the emperor will say to Huyang? Or what decision the emperor is going to take? Whom does the emperor make the king of China? Let us see in the next video. Okay, bye children, take care, God bless you.